Hello. Hello, am I live? I'm checking on my phone to see if it's happened yet. No, not yet. Okay, it looks live there. Are we live? We should be live. Why are we not live? There we go. Hello. Okay. Hello. Hi. Welcome to the stream. Hello! Yay! Wonderful. It wasn't showing up on my phone, but showing up for you guys. That's great. Hello! Hi, Mom and Dad. How are you doing today? Did you have a nice doing nothing for Valentine's Day? Okay, cool. I am on my phone, so now I can close my phone. On my end, my hello, hi, Jacqueline. Welcome to the stream. Have you been to the channel before? And did anyone do anything fun for Valentine's Day or Galentine's Day? Love to hear that stuff. I'm gonna give a few more minutes to see if anyone else pops up. No, yeah, that's fair. Valentine's Day is a very strange holiday. I feel like the time that I cared about it the most was when I was a teenager and I didn't have a partner. And now that I do, it's like, oh, we just chill out. Oh, that's right. That's right. You're having your neighbors over. That's awesome. Did you, what did you make for dinner? I was gonna say, did you make steak? But probably not since Mom doesn't eat steak. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Jacqueline. Ah, that's wonderful. Thank you. Tilapia. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense, Dad. Okay, so it has been a while since I worked on this project. And it's very funny because I did find that I have a bunch of notes that I was taking to try to like keep track of the pattern. We're not going to do that anymore because I don't have the patience for that anymore. It's been, oh man, it's been so many months. Oh, you got snowed in? That sucks. How much snow did you get? Because ours was like mostly melted, although I did try to go for a walk last week and I did slip and fall. I did not do any permanent damage, but that wasn't fun. Okay, so I haven't touched this project in a while. 4 inches? Yikes. And on the hill, yeah, that makes sense. I'm glad you guys are okay. So let's remember what we're doing here. We're trying to make Elphaba's hat from the new movie. And this is what we have so far. Jacqueline, I don't have pets right now, but it's very funny you ask that. Maybe later today I'm going to go to a dog adoption event just to like look at some dogs. My husband and I used to have a pet. We used to have a dog. His name was Atlas. He was the best boy in the entire world. And he unfortunately passed away in 2021 from heart disease. But we finally feel ready to maybe get a new one. So hopefully within a couple of months, there'll be a dog running around on the live stream. So, okay, so here's the hat that we've been working on. The pattern that, the strategy that I came up with for this, I'm going to flatten it just so it's easier for y'all to see, is that I do kind of just like a normal cone, and at the very end I start doing longer on one side and shorter on the other side, and I did that twice, and I think it's come across, I think it's worked pretty well. It's a little, it's crooked, which it's supposed to be crooked right now. And I'm using this, what's it called, big twist yarn with the twinkle, and I'm supposed to be using an H hook, but instead I am using a D hook because I really want the structure. I want the hat to be able to stand up. And so far I think it's looking really well. I'm using front post double crochets. I think you can sort of see the ridges. That's what's creating the ridges, which you can see on the original fabric. So that's that strategy. And we're currently on the third section of 5, and the 5th one is the biggest one. So if I need 16 pets, that's incredible. I think at my height I had 8 pets. What are your pets? That's incredible. So anyway, the next section is the chillest, the most straightforward looking one. If you look at the reference image that I have down there. And so I counted, I think there are 40 stitches right now. So I am going to just increase by 4. And if I recall correctly, I mean, I guess I have the pattern. Yeah, okay. So, oh yeah, and I stopped writing stuff down a while ago, it looks like. So this is all useless to me. But it's sort of like increase for 1 row, do the same stitches amount in 1 row, and then increase again. Oh, let's see. Okay, 1 hamster, 13 chickens, and 2 dogs. Doesn't a flock of chickens kind of just count as 1 pet? I'm just kidding. That's awesome. I kind of want to get chickens or quail or something like that. You must not be dealing with the alleged hike in egg prices. I say alleged because I don't eat eggs that much. But anyway, so I'm doing 4 increases around, and then I'll do just matching front post double crochets. And then we'll just keep doing slight increases because, like I said, the shape of this section is not too wonky or crooked that I can tell. So we're just going to try. We're going to see what happens. So I have not been here since before Christmas, and I think I was being a little bit dodgy because it was like the week, maybe it was 2 weeks before Christmas, where I was like, oh, I'm not gonna be here next Saturday. And that was because my sister's partner proposed to her and asked me to be there, so I was secretly flying out for the proposal. And so that's why I missed, the last one, the one that I missed in December. And then after that, I had family visiting for the holidays, and then I went and traveled for the holidays. I'm currently trying to count and see. So here's the last increase. I'm doing 9 stitches in between increases. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My favorite color is blue, and it's funny because I am not really wearing blue right now, but my favorite color is definitely blue. It's also my favorite color to work with in crochet, and black is the hardest one to work with crochet, and I just lost track of my counting again because counting and talking is very hard. Do you have a favorite color, Jacqueline? So anyway, yeah, so my sister got engaged, very exciting. Then I had family for the holidays, and I was traveling for the holidays. And then I actually went to San Francisco Sketch Fest, which was a lot of fun. Oh, pink's a great color. I've crocheted so much good stuff in pink. 10. See, this is, I do need to count out loud for y'all to hear. It is so hard to keep track of counting while I'm also talking. Oh my goodness. And then over Christmas, sorry, excuse me. Over Christmas, I decided to teach myself to knit because I had been struggling to crochet myself a sweater, and decided that knitting would be an easier way, I guess. So I've been knitting a sweater. It's been going pretty well, and it is in light blue because that is my favorite color. Oh wow, emojis are awesome. Wow, YouTube has some fun emojis. I love the dinosaur one. Did I just lose track? Okay, so there's the increase. You can kind of see that. Yeah, nice. And then when I was out of town for Sketchfest, I decided that it would be fun to bring some really pretty yarn that I had been saving and start crocheting some Tunisian squares. So that's what I was going to get to, Dad. So I did the Tunisian crochet squares. They're going well. And then I visited my parents because I'm explaining why I've missed all the Saturdays that I've missed. So I visited my parents because my dad was doing an improvised Star Trek musical. And it was incredible. And just absolutely stunning, so much fun. And, you know, Star Trek has a very distinctive uniform. And one of the people that was working at the theater was wearing like a little shrug. It kind of ended like here, but it was very clearly the Deep Space Nine Star Trek uniform with the science officer, like, I don't even know if it's turquoise, but it's like a blue-green up here and then some black, and it went all the way down in black. And it was knit, and it was clearly machine knit. Not that there's anything wrong with that. And I just looked at it and I was thinking, wow, like that's so cool. I could make that. I could make like a full sweater. So I was at my parents' house. So we went to a craft store nearby that is unfortunately closing. And it wasn't even Joann's. Joann's is also closing. My parents are only going to have Michael's for yarn soon. 5, 6. And so I started crocheting a Command Red Star Trek uniform. Oh my gosh, Jacqueline, your pets. So cute. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, one more and then increase. I started crocheting a Star Trek Command uniform, and I thought I would do Next Generation because Next Generation has the, you know, like the band of black on top, and then it goes into like triangles on the arm, but then it's just red all the way down and on the sleeves. And I was like, okay, like I can do that because I know I'm crocheting in black right now. Black is the hardest color to crochet in. Dark blue is also kind of hard, but something about the way that the light just, oh, okay, there's my starting one. That was so hard to see. That's funny. Something about the way that black just eats light. You know, I have, my web camera has a nice ring light on it right now. It makes it a lot easier for me to see, but in general, crocheting in black is so hard. So with the Star Trek sweater, I was like, okay, like I'm, you know, once I get through the top, like not even the full yoke, I think that's what the top part of a sweater is called. But once I get done with that, then I can just crochet in red for a while until I reach the bottom, because there's this very interesting bottom, like triangle. Sorry, I got a text from my mom who's also watching stream. What was I talking about? The Star Trek sweater? What state am I in? I am in Washington State, and I am not going to give more personal anecdotal information than that on the internet. And you should not give out identifying information either. Just for the record, the internet can be a spooky place. So, well, okay, Star Trek sweater, yeah. So I was working on it. I was making really great progress. I'm almost done with the yoke, and I'm, you know, close to being able to work on like the main body of the sweater. And then I looked at the reference image again because I was so excited to be done with crocheting with the black, having to find like, you know, the right lighting so that I could see the stitches I was going into. It was also going slow because with sweaters, you kind of want to do single crochet, not double crochet like that. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this hat is coming out. But anyways, the Star Trek sweater. And then I looked at reference images, and it turns out that Star Trek uniforms have like, it's black and then it's red, but then like under the arm, it's all black too. So I'd have to keep doing color switches. And it's like, unlike this, like this at least is all one color, but color changes is really annoying for me. So anyway, so Dad, to answer your question, I a little bit paused on the Star Trek sweater. I'm sorry. I am going to finish it. It is on my list. But also I feel like, because my friend is visiting and I'm crocheting a project for them, I don't think they're watching the stream right now. So hopefully that's not a spoiler. I'm trying to get it done before they come visit me. And so I'm going to focus on that for a little bit, and then I'll probably go back to the Star Trek sweater and just accept my fate of a million color changes. Oh, what cute emojis. Wow. Some really good pink emojis too. The other thing that I've been crocheting a lot of that I need to focus on, because I'm doing an author tea flight in April, and I'm going to be selling slash raffling off some plushies that are characters from my book series. So I can actually, let me grab one. Hold on. I'll be right back. Hello. So these are the little guys I'm going to be raffling off. So here's Ziggy the Ghost Dog from Tales of Mundane Magic. This one actually glows in the dark, which obviously I can't show you, but I promise he glows in the dark. He's a really cute little guy. His little ears folded over. So there's one. And then here's the sea monster from volume 2 that Gertie, or sorry, no, not Gertie, Bridget gives ice cream to. And this one I'm really proud of. Oh, it's so cute. And this is some leftover yarn that I had that's like wool, so it's like, it's the good stuff. Can I put those so you can see them? There we go. And then this is Franklin the Oozin from volume 4. I'm so proud of this little guy. I love that I did a popcorn stitch for his nose. Thank you. They're so cute. So I'm also working on these guys. Whoop. Okay. I might have to figure out how to put weights in like the bottoms of some of the creatures, because I want them to like sit and stuff. But I'm making a bunch of those. So those are my various projects that I'm working on right now. And it is a lot of fun. I haven't been posting videos. The holidays are just a hard time to like create new things, but also if you are subscribed to my Patreon, which you can do for free, then you know that I am thinking about splitting up my YouTube channels, or YouTube channel into channels, because I just cover so many different things, and I feel like, I've kind of like split up my audience already. So like someone who subscribes for, my book review content isn't necessarily going to want to watch crochet content like this. So the good news is that this channel is going to stay the crochet channel. So if you subscribed for crochet live streams or for my QR code cardigan video, then you're safe. Then you're good. Then you don't have to do anything else. But I have been working on graphic design for the various channels, and I really, maybe we'll do this today, I really need to take new like avatar photos, not like Avatar The Last Airbender, avatar like for the channel Avatar. And I've also been re-editing my old videos just to, tighten them up. It's not that I am not proud of my past videos, but it's just as you do things, you get better. You practice, you get experience. And so by editing my old videos, I'm kind of bringing them up to my new standard before I release them on the new channels, because the whole idea is that the new channels will get new viewers who are interested in those specific things and maybe not the more general things that I do. And if you want to keep up to date on that, you should subscribe to my Patreon. It's free. And I will be doing, a raffle of not these exact guys, but other like different crocheted versions of these creatures I'll be doing for everyone who subscribes to my Patreon in a couple of months. So if you want one of these, go subscribe to the free tier of my Patreon. That's a preview for you. Okay, Jacqueline, your dog's name is Ella. Aww. And Laney? Yeah, I can imagine keeping track of 13 chicken names is difficult. What kind of chickens are they? Are they like... are they called fancy chickens, rainbow chickens, something like that. There are like some chickens that are very like friendly with humans, and like, you know, I've seen videos of someone hugging like a chicken. Okay, yeah, I think so far we're doing a good job with this level. I'm checking the reference. Okay, it is longer than this one, so we got a ways to go. Fristless. Is that one of your chicken's name? Oh, that's a type of chicken. Very cool. What does what's a fristless chicken look like? That is not, it changed. Wow. Wow, Google doesn't work anymore. I cannot find that on Google. That's interesting. Unfortunately, right away when I Googled that type of chicken, I got like Chick-fil-A and like different fried chicken restaurants. Is it lunchtime? It's not even lunchtime. Come on, Google. What are you doing? I thought maybe someone could tell me, does anyone know, was there, I feel like there was drama with the Golden Globes and the Wicked movie. Does anyone have any updates about the Oscars? I just don't pay attention to that stuff, but I am a little bit curious. And if no one knows, that's cool. We don't have to talk about it. Yeah, right? I'm really excited for part 2. Oh, wow, that angle. Wow. Sorry, I'm just already like, because I'm doing this one like without, I haven't done anything to like make it off angle or anything. I just really think it's properly embodying the, sorry, Sea Monster, the change in the angles. That's just really fun. This is a fun project. I'm glad I'm doing this one. I was asked if I was going to post a pattern for it, and I think I will eventually, but I am going to have to just... Oh, thanks, Jacqueline. I think I'm going to have to actually go and like rewatch my live streams and try to like decode what I'm doing, because I don't think I mean, I know I didn't write down what I was doing. There we go. Okay. So now I have to increase again. I guess I'm going to increase by 4, so now I'm going to count to 10. So that's 1, 2. After the first increase, I don't think I'll need to like be as fervent about counting. In other fun project news, I'm writing a full-length novel now, a murder mystery, and I finished like my version of my final draft. I sent it to my writing coach to line edit and make sure like that the tone is very consistent and stuff like that. So it's not like the draft I'm going to be sending out to literary agents or anything, but I am very excited. It's very exciting. Right away, my writing coach was like, okay, I couldn't help myself. I read the first couple of pages. It was so good. So that felt really good. That like, or at least maybe they didn't say it was good, but they said like, I've improved so much. Like the writing is so much better. I guess that's not explicitly that it's good. Oops, sorry about that. Maybe that wasn't bad. Maybe that didn't hurt the filming angle. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Oh, that's so sweet. Do the chickens free roam in the backyard? Do you have them in a coop? What's the situation? I think if I was going to get like a fowl, as opposed to like, you know, birds that I might keep in my house, like parakeets or something. I think I would get quail just because they're so cute. In your garage? Wow, okay. I'm guessing you don't like park a car in there, or the fumes could become a problem. Four. I can't wait until the Wicked movie comes out on a streaming service, because I will almost certainly watch it again and like take way too detailed notes, honestly. I don't know if I want to do like an analysis of it. I'm not sure if I'd do a YouTube video. Maybe I have been thinking about starting a podcast where I like talk about how I as a writer would change, like, basically it's like, I guess it's kind of like Jenny Nicholson's Script Doctor series, where it's like, okay, if I'm given this draft of a creative work, whether that's a TV show, a musical, what have you, like how would I take what exists there and fix it? Because that's just how my brain worked, because Dad, as you know, when I was growing up, that's what we would do in watching TV, is we would talk about what we wanted to happen, which I feel like is very similar. Because like usually what we'd want to happen or what we thought was going to happen would be very predicated on like foreshadowing and stuff like that. And unfortunately, in the modern television age, a lot of writers are more trying to surprise the audience, subvert expectations. That's the phrase I'm looking for. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. Okay, this is the increase. Yes, I have seen a capybara. I don't think I have a video of my meeting it on the channel. I do have a video of meeting the sloth and a different, like the second largest or maybe the fifth largest rodent. But yeah, I met a capybara in Washington State outside of Tacoma. There is a farm called Debbie Doolittle's farm, petting zoo, something like that. And they have a baby sloth, although that sloth is probably 3 years old now. They have otters that you can meet. They have a llama, and they have capybara. And the reason that I went there was because my husband really likes sloths, and my best friend really likes capybaras, so we got to go meet a capybara and a sloth, and it was a great time. And I made a video about meeting the sloth, and it got like 200,000 views. But I did not film myself meeting the capybara because it was very special for my best friend. So I spent a lot of my time. So yeah, no, I didn't make a video about it because I don't think I filmed myself meeting it, because my friend was so excited. I was mostly taking pictures of him meeting it because he loves cappies. They're so cute. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Capybaras are really sweet though. I did crochet a capybara. I think that's in my Christmas, like my Can I Crochet All My Christmas Gifts video, where I had my gallbladder attack in the middle. It's really funny. There's a meme, I guess, going around that I see all the time where it's like, you'd think the problem with learning to crochet is like, you know, learning how to use the tools, but actually it's learning how to count again. It's not that I don't know how to count, it's just, it's hard to keep track of. I was thinking recently that I should go back and go to Debbie Doolittle's petting zoo and like meet all the animals again and make a less improvised video, because I hadn't planned to make a video at all. It was just, oh yeah, friend, can you film me meeting the sloth? I love animals so much. I don't know. Next week is my anniversary, and I have a sneaking suspicion we might end up going to a zoo of some sort. My favorite food? That's a good question. I mean, I really like ice cream. I know that's a dessert. It's sort of like, you know, the idea of like, oh, if you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would you choose? And I would usually say like sushi, just because I feel like sushi, it's so broad. There's so many different things, and I feel like I would never get sick of it. But my singular favorite food is probably like a really good mint chocolate chip ice cream. Nice. Pizza's great. What type of pizza? Like Chicago, New York? And anyone else? Does anyone else have a favorite food? And also, do you land on one side of the Chicago versus New York thin crust pizza war? Because I personally just think that they can exist side by side. New York pizza? I do prefer New York pizza, but that is more of a nostalgia factor than anything else. So yeah, I was talking about how difficult black yarn is to crochet with earlier, and I really do think that the saving grace with this particular pattern, besides the fact that, I have really good light set up right now, is that I'm doing front post double crochet, so I'm not trying to go into like these tiny loops here. I have this whole big loop that I'm like aiming for. Not saying it makes it like super easy, but it makes it easier. So this is that row where we're just going 1 to 1, no increases all the way around. Okay, hydration break. Everybody drink. Yeah, so I've seen the Wicked movie. After this stream, if you want to go watch my previous stream, you'll see I have a lot of thoughts on it, but like I can talk about it now. So I came in with I'm not saying a unique perspective, but with a different perspective possibly than a lot of people who saw the movie, because I've seen the musical quite a few times. Yeah, what'd you think about it? Did you like it? Did you see the musical beforehand? Because I'd seen the musical, and so I was just very aware of anything that they changed. And it's interesting because there were a lot of times where I thought the changes were like neutral. Like I didn't really care. I didn't think it like hurt or helped the story. Like how when Elphaba met Fiyero, it was very different in the movie than in the musical. But like, I didn't think it changed very much. Yeah. It's a really fun show. I think it's really good for. I feel like I identified so hard with it when I was a teenager. Like I feel like it's really good for sort of like seeing yourself as Elphaba when you're that age. So I thought that there were some changes that were very neutral. I feel like there were some changes that were, I don't want to say harmful, like not to the story, but just to, like, I don't know why they needed to add like a fight scene in the middle of Defying Gravity. I just felt like it made the movie longer. It doesn't feel like it helped the movie at all. Adding this scene, I'm glad my mom's muted this because she doesn't like it when I critique stuff. Adding the scene where Galinda suggests, a yellow brick road, I just thought was unnecessary. There are some changes that I almost worry, it depends on what happens in part 2, but that I worry might like end up harming the point of the story, like Nessa Rose's thing being more about independence. I don't know, if you know what happens in Act 2, I'm just kind of like, this is gonna kind of not destroy, but like it really makes me question her like argument that she's going to make in Act 2 when she's mad at Elphaba. But I'm trying to have a positive outlook that they're going to make it work. And there were some changes that I really genuinely like loved. The scene where Elphaba and Galinda like are in their room, like figuring out who's sleeping where and then that sort of stuff right before What Is This Feeling. It was so funny. It was so good that I'm like, they need to add that to the stage show somehow. Sometimes that happens. Like, I know Grease the musical has been like redone so many times, and in at least the most recent, the version that I saw, it included the song like "Grease is the word" and stuff like that, like stuff that was more in the movie than in the original show. So I'm just like that one scene I thought was so much fun. It really established the vibe. I think probably the problem is the set. My favorite thing what's my favorite thing in the world? I don't know. That's difficult. Do you have a favorite thing in the world? I don't know if anyone can answer that. But yeah, I liked the Wicked movie way more than I thought I was going to, which is always nice. It's nice to be surprised. But I am very excited to watch through the whole thing when it's on streaming and take notes like a nerd. And to be clear, I am a nerd. And I'm also excited to, hypothetically, once part 2 comes out and I can get my hands on both, I'm excited to do my own little re-edit where I can take out the things I don't like. Because I think probably with how much they added into part 1, I do kind of think I could make like a 2.5-hour movie out of both parts that just have all the things that I want, and none of the things that annoyed me. And then it could just be like one viewing with an intermission, you know, like the stage show. Sorry if I'm quiet for a second. I'm counting again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12. So here's the increase. Increases look so funny when I'm doing the front post double crochet. I want to see, can I show this off? Hold on. I know in the previous versions that I had to take out, I maybe had some better ones. So like, oh, here's a pretty good one. You can see there's like this one ridge, and then it just splits into 2, and then it splits into another 2, and it splits into the last 2. It's just really fun. I feel like it looks like tree bark or tree branches or something. So are we yay or nay on me maybe having music playing? Because what I was thinking was like, oh, you know, it's kind of quiet if I'm not actively talking, but then you could like have your own music. But, you know, maybe you want me to have like lo-fi beats on in the background or something. I am so fast at crocheting sometimes. Like, look, I didn't even realize that's how much I had done on this row already. I'm not bragging, I'm just genuinely, I surprise myself sometimes. This might be a shorter stream today. Like I said, I have a dog adoption event that I want to go to. Not that I'm necessarily going to be adopting a dog, but okay, this is 11, so then this is the increase. Okay, whew. Does anyone have a favorite, like, romance movie? I'm just asking because, you know, Valentine's Day just happened, and last year my husband and I watched The Godfather, and it was so much fun because I love analyzing movies. And then this year we were going to watch The Godfather Part 2, but I had kind of a rough week of like sleeplessness and stuff, so I didn't really want to watch a 3-hour long movie. So instead, we watched our backup, which was Looney Tunes Back in Action, which is one of those movies that's so bad it's good. And I had not realized how much I must have watched it as a kid, because I remembered way too much, like way too many moments. I was like, oh, this is about to happen. Oh, here's the punchline to this joke, like that sort of thing. So, does anyone else have favorite movies even? I'll take. I'm waiting for my dad to type When Harry Met Sally, but maybe he's not watching anymore. And this is the increases. Wow, I actually managed to like count while I was doing that one. Can everyone still hear me? Are you all still there? Is the connection still going? Are we good? Yeah, it looks good to me. Is anyone there? Aw. That's okay. I know it's my first time doing this in a while, so it makes sense that maybe I'm rusty, so people aren't as interested. That's fine. Wait. Was I not supposed to do increases? Yep. Oops, that was supposed to be a non-increase round. This happens all the time. In my QR code video, I had to have a counter for how many times. Well, that was how many times I started over. So actually what I'm thinking of is in my crocheted bolero video, I had a counter for how many rows I had to undo, because I didn't like start over, although if we have a start over counter for this project, it is 3. So okay, well, I can chat a little bit more, but no one's here. No, it's fine. I know there's probably the soothing sound of my voice for some of you. Soothing sound of my voice. Oh, so let me talk about that event that I mentioned where I'm going to be giving away these guys. So it's going to be an author tea flight in Kirkland, Washington. And I selected teas to represent each of my 4 books. And also a 5th one as a preview for my next book, the full-length mystery novel that I'm working on. And it was really fun. The first one made so much sense because if you've read Volume 1, then you know that in Tales of Mundane Magic Volume 1, Gertie and Bridget go out in the rain, I think is the title of the story. There's literally a story where like there's a flower that Gertie is waiting to bloom when it gets hit by like moon rays. So moonlight white tea, the flower is white. It makes too much sense for me to ignore. And then for the second book, because there's the whole vacation arc where the girls, or Bridget I guess, meets the sea monster, and There's also the like villain arc, or like the rivalry arc with the Nessing siblings. So me and the fine folks at the tea shop wanted like a tropical but villainous tea, which it just led to some very funny questions of like, what's the most villainous tea in the shop? And what we ended up going with is like a tropical tea. It's called a peach tango. So it's a no caffeine tea. It's an herbal blend that has like, it's like peach, obviously peach tango with some peppery undertones. So that turned out really good. And then, okay, fine. Hydration break, excuse me. I'm blanking on what the next tea is. Oh, volume 3. Oh, right. Okay, so volume 3 is the book that's inspired by Dungeons and Dragons campaigns. And so we chose a green tea chai with the idea of like, it's going to take your taste buds on an adventure. And then for volume 4, we did a black tea called Kiman. And the idea was that it was like a more grown-up tea, because in volume 4, the characters are really like looking towards the future and are having, you know, more mature like issues that they're working through. It's so funny. A couple of people really close to me actually haven't even finished volume 4. I mean, some of them haven't even started, even though they've read the other 3 volumes. I keep getting, you know, audiobooks really are the way now. So I have the first audiobook, the audiobook for volume 1 is in progress right now. I actually should make a note to follow up on that. This is how my thought processes work. You get to experience it when I live stream. But yeah, the first audiobook's in progress, which is pretty cool. Yeah. I think, you know, after that, hopefully, oh, come on. Now that we have a good system for that, hopefully, the other ones can come quicker. And sorry about that click. That's the sort of stuff that I edit out of my videos. I'm sorry. Okay. Not missing anything. That's cool. So yeah, so if you would be interested in a pattern of this so you could make it yourself, let me know. I don't think this is something that I would be able to make and sell. I think it takes too long, and I wouldn't be able to, like, you know, people wouldn't really pay, I don't think, for this for as long as it takes. Wow, there we go. Okay, that was a difficult front post to do. But, you know, I'm always happy to release patterns because, you know, I like it when people make their own stuff. Okay. Ooh. We need to stretch. So the thing about crochet is it can be very physically taxing. So we're doing a stretch break. Oh, is that? Wait, hold on. Did we reach the end of the third? Okay, so if this is like the angle that... Yeah, okay, yeah, we're at the end of this section, I think. Okay, so what we do is we do a bunch of back loop only in order to create a ridge to attach the like lacy wavy frills to later. Yeah, I think I'll probably do that, and then I'll probably pause for today, and then I'll just come back next week and do the next section, because the next section I'm gonna definitely have to do more increases on one side than the other, and that's what I'm really gonna be choosing. Oh, I always do this. I'm genuinely considering, like, what if I just started over? But, like, now that I sort of know the good strategy, what if I, when I'm not streaming, what if I created a pattern that I could then, like, show on screen? Okay, well, for now, let's finish this off, and then, we can see. Let's finish this off, and then maybe I'll try to pull the internet and see, maybe on my Instagram, I'll do like a question thing, where it's like, oh, would you be more interested if I had, the pattern available to you? And I also wonder if it's like, well, I don't know. I don't know. I know it's been a while since I haven't posted anything in a while because life's been wild, but that's okay, We're easing back into it. Creative stuff is a journey. Oh my goodness, wow, I just totally missed actually getting any of that yarn. And no matter what, we're having fun. And that's what matters. This is a good way to spend the first chunk of my morning. I don't think Jacqueline is watching anymore, but if you are, thank you so much for being so active in the chat. That was really nice. Come on. But yeah, I'm probably just finishing up this section right now, and then I'm probably going to say goodbye, unless, I don't know, if someone's there who wants to chat and keep exploring this with me, do let me know. So this is what the front loop crochet, or no, back loop crochet lets me do. You can sort of see there's still that ridge right there of loops that I can actually go into and crochet in later, and that's how I'm going to do the sort of wavy lace that exists between each section of the hat. And I'm also hoping sometimes, like in this one, I don't know what I did there that looks so, maybe I just wasn't increasing. I don't know. This is why I'm thinking, like, should I just make a pattern and practice in my free time so that I can do a better job? I don't know. It's an interesting question. I also wonder, I could definitely experiment with like, I don't know, I'm just thinking about how to make the tilt of the hat look right. Crochet is so interesting because it's really, a friend of mine said the reason that they don't do it is because they don't like not being able to see what they're, like what it's going to look like. Because, with sketching, you can create the outline first, but here, not so much. You don't see what it looks like until the very end, and it's just like as you have more experience with crochet, you can sort of see the signs, I guess, of where it's going. Oh, okay, there. Sorry, for a second I was like, oops, I didn't start with a stitch marker, but actually it's still fairly obvious where this row started. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. So I think that's a good section. I'm gonna do some thinking about where to move forward from this. Come on. I wouldn't say I'm unhappy with the hat, but it definitely is not perfect. And I wonder if that's making me feel just a little bit, I don't know, less enthused. So I'll think about that in my off time. And yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more. Check out my Patreon for updates about the whole big channel split thing. And I will see you next time. Okay, thank you. Bye.